Right, so if you're watching this, I probably got it. I wanted to film this before I told everybody. Sometimes I feel like if I say things in advance and things fall through, then there's a lot of disappointment and this and that, and I don't want to drag it very long. But I do have a job interview here in San Diego, and I thought while we're visiting, why not apply and, you know, try things out, because I have been in Sacramento for 4 months and have nothing. And so I do have an interview tomorrow. It's with a really cool IT tech company. I would be doing some like front office stuff, but it's kind of in the field that I want to go into. And so I have an interview tomorrow at 1. So tonight I went out, and I'm stupid. When we came down here, I wasn't really expecting to find anything, so I didn't bring like my nice suit and stuff like that. So tonight Kaylee and I went out, and I had to get another one. But I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. And hopefully you'll see this, because I don't mean I got it. But I didn't want to film it, so eventually you guys could see it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd say wish me luck, but you won't know before.
And Scout's got a ring pop. Ring pop! Yes, we are really, really hoping that this pulls through, because Josh has had several leads that have turned into nothing, and it's been pretty disappointing. So I hope you guys can understand why we wouldn't tell you until something has actually followed through and happened. So we're really hoping that this isn't another one of those things. All right, it's the big day. You're off. You're gonna do great.
Thanks.
I love you.
Love you.
Good afternoon. This vlog is off to a very late start. We are having a late lunch at Chipotle because Josh texted rain check.
I think they pronounce it Chipotle.
Chipotle? Oh yeah, maybe we've been saying it wrong this whole time. It's Chipotle. Yeah. So anyways, they closed the other day, I guess, to go over like safety procedures, and I don't know. I don't really know what all this stuff is about.
I don't know, I just got a free burrito.
Poisoning people, and I don't really know. But anyways, we texted rain check to them, so we're gonna get a free burrito. Oh, and Scout fell asleep, as usual. She woke up.
Yummy.
We got a barefoot baby in Chipotle. Dance! The music today has been very, I don't know how to explain it. It's got us in the groove. Woo! Good job! Those are fun drums. Drums. Well, that was delicious. Come on. We gotta go get Daddy. Scout's nap was completely ruined, by the way. We're gonna pay for that later. Scout! Can you run? Woo! You see a little girl? Come on! Run! Let's get in the car. Daddy's waiting for us. This way. Hey you. You're so distracted. No, no, no. Come this way with Mommy. Scout, watch out! Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. That was funny. That was hilarious. All right, you guys, the moment we've been waiting for. So we just got done eating lunch at Chipotle, and Josh just got a call that he got the job. I can't believe he just found out on the day that he interviewed. That is so crazy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he has a job. This is really exciting. And he was on the phone and he had to leave the car. Scout snapped her wand in half and started crying. Scout, Daddy got a job. Isn't that exciting? Is that exciting? Yeah? Wow. Well, he'll talk to you guys about it, but this is pretty exciting. This was definitely not our plan to be back in San Diego, but a job is a job and we're excited. All right, so tell us what just happened.
I just got off the phone with the agency that I was going through to find me a position, and she called and she's like, hey, I just want to go, like, I wanted to call you back because, oh, let me mention this. When I left the interview, she told me, like, as soon as you leave the interview, give me a call and tell me how it went. And so I called and they were all busy. They were like doing other interview stuff. And so I was like, oh shoot. So Kellen, who actually works at this place, she was texting me. She's like, hey, have they called you yet? And I said, no, they haven't called me yet. She's like, okay, I think they're gonna call you soon. So they called me and she's like, hey, I just wanna know, like, how did it go? And I was like, oh, it went really good. I think I did really well. I really love the company. I really, like, see myself in this position and blah, blah, blah. And so she said, okay, well, there's like a couple things I wanna go over. Just like I wanna double check with you about these spots or these conditions, just to make sure, like, this is the job right for you if they decide to even go with you. And so we talked about the few things that somebody might have concerns about. So we went over it and I was like, yes, I can do it. One was like being on time, like, and if anybody knows me, like, I am on time no matter what. So she's like, okay, like, that sounds great, and if we do get this job, we're gonna have to do like a drug test and blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh, and the last thing before I go, I just wanna let you know, you got the job. And I was like, what?
I know, she totally threw that in there.
She totally threw that in there and she started laughing. She's like, this is my top client. Like, I love this client, and she said she is very picky. She's like, and I mean that like in a very good way, like she knows what she wants and she will like search for it and she will wait if she has to. And so she told me she interviewed you and they interviewed one other person, and she was like, you know what, the job is Josh's.
And they canceled an interview.
Told her, like, cancel the interview for tomorrow. So I'm like, what?
This is crazy.
This is nuts. I'll tell you about the company when we're out of the car. Here.
Yeah, we have a whiny baby. What color is that? Black, yeah. This is a good way to learn colors, huh? Another black? Scout, show mommy where's the purple. Where's the purple? Yes. Well, we're back at the mall. I had to exchange a couple things that I got for Scout yesterday. I didn't get them big enough, so I came to exchange them. Josh wanted to stop in here and look at shoes, and Scout is so good with her colors. But again, these are the shoes that she went straight to. Blue. Remember yesterday? She wanted blue. Whee! How did we end up in the Disney store? Scout, what are you coloring? Mickey Mouse? Whoa. You look really cool.
My head's too big.
They're probably meant for kids. Daddy got a crown. Scout wouldn't wear it.
Oh, I never even talked about my dog.
Oh yeah, with all this music going on, it's probably not the best place. What? You colored his eye?
Yeah.
All right.
She napped.
Scout, did you take a nap? All right, where are we?
We're here at the Corvette Diner.
Woo!
We are crashing Josh's sister's friend's birthday party. Is that weird? I don't know. sorry to leave you hanging like that. We kind of just spilled it on you that Josh got a job, and I realized, thinking back, I'm like, number one, it's a huge shock to you guys that he got a job in San Diego. I'm sure that doesn't make sense to anyone. Number two, we didn't really say what it was, and I don't know. There's just been so much going on today. So we're finally home. Josh is going to do some explaining, and hopefully we can make things a little bit more clear for you guys. Are you putting it in your ear? Whoa.
Alright, so when we first moved up to Sacramento area, I have been applying literally since we lived down here for a job up north. And I have literally gotten 0 callbacks for anything. And it's been really rough, and it's been like really disappointing and frustrating. And so, I'd say about a month ago, I decided, you know what the heck, I'm going to start applying for any place that I could possibly live at.
Anywhere in California.
Anywhere in California. So I just started like up and down California, like we're going to have to move to find something. So, I got a call for an interview in San Diego, and I told Kaylee, you know what, let's pack up, let's head down and just see what happens. We'll visit my parents while I'm here. If nothing happens, we'll go back up to Northern California. Driving down to Southern California, I got a call, and the person that set up the interview called me and said, hey, and this is literally halfway point of driving to Southern California. Actually, I made a mistake, and I booked you for an interview, but actually the position is closed and we're not hiring for that position. So as Scout is screaming in the car, we are literally pulled off on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, California. I'm just sitting there, Olive's in the back seat because we took her, and I was just like, what? Like, we are halfway to San Diego. Like, I thought my interview was, 2 days after that. And so at that point, it was very frustrating, and Kaylee and I were both just like, so...
And this was the first call for an interview in a long time. This is the first call for an interview
in a long time, and I was just so frustrated. I was so disappointed. But I told Kaylee, I said, you know what, and it wasn't meant to be, like, I gotta keep moving on. So we said, screw it. We had a point where, like, do we go back to Sacramento, or do we continue down and just vacation in Southern California? Well, the next weekend, we were gonna go to Disneyland with Kaylee's parents either way. So we thought, you know what, we'll just spend a week in San Diego, it'll be fun, and then we'll go, on the weekend, we'll go with Kaylee's parents to Disneyland, and that's how we have the Disneyland trip. So while I was here, I applied for some other positions. Just while we were staying here day to day, I thought, you know what, I'll try it. And I applied for some local positions, and I got a call back for one of them. This position is the position that I received today, or went for my interview for. It's with an IT service and solution company that works with some really crazy, huge partners. I mean, we're talking like HP, we're talking about like a ton of different tech companies, and I was really excited about this one. And I went in for my interview today. I woke up this morning, I was flipping nervous as heck. I was just like, I have not interviewed in a while. I was just very kind of overwhelmed.
And this is something that you wanted.
Right,
so
and it made it not worse, but it made it more like, I can't screw this up. And so I went in for my interview, and it went really well. It did go well, but there were a few things where I was like, man, you start to criticize yourself after, like, oh, should I have said this? Should I have said that? I hope I can, sold myself in a way enough to where they know who I am. And so after the interview, I went home, and my interview was at 1 and ended at 2. By 3:30 or 4, I got a call.
Which was right after Chipotle.
Yeah, around 4 o'clock when we were eating Chipotle. We were done. I was getting in the car, and I went through an agency to find this position. I had to apply through this agency in order to get this position. And she called me, and she said, hey Josh, I just want to let you know they still have to interview a couple more people. I just want to make sure you're okay with the drive, because it's a little bit of a commute for me where we are now. And I want to know, make sure you're okay with the job, and is this a company you really want to work for? And I was like, yes, like I'm super excited, I will do anything for them. It's really an entry-level position. It's a super cool position, where maybe I'll talk later about how it can move forward. But, so she's going through all of this, and she said, she's like, okay, I'll let you know how it all works out. Oh, and by the way, you got the position. You got the job. And I was like on the phone, I was like, wait, what? And she started laughing. She's like, you got it. Like, you got the job. And I was just sitting there, like, kind of in disbelief, because number one, I thought it was going to take weeks to find out. But number two, I had heard this position was hard to get. And
they had passed up on a person already.
A lot of people, from what I heard in the past and for this time. And they actually canceled interviews tomorrow because they just decided I was the right person for it. So it was just this like mind-boggling experience because I've been searching for work for so long. And not only have I been searching for work, but even when I worked at Make-A-Wish, it was a temporary position. And so it's like I have been looking for something that I really wanted to grow in. And what's crazy is that I sat down with Kaylee and we're like, okay, if you had any job, what would it be? And I was like, I love technology. I love information technology. I really am debating whether I should maybe go back to school and get some certifications in IT.
Before this job even
became available. And I was just saying, like, you know, I'd love to get into project management. I'd love to get into networking. I'd love to do that. And this is like the job. I had been looking for those jobs, and all of those jobs required more schooling. And I was just like, do I want to go back to school? What do I want to do? I wish I had somebody to tell me how to work my way into it. Now, this position is literally the front desk for an IT solutions company. So they do everything for any company in all of their IT needs. So they have people from security, networking, database, cloud networking, you know, the whole thing, literally. And I'm in a position in which they told me, like, you're going to work in this position, you know, like, work hard, like, find what you're passionate about, and this position grows into other positions in the company. They told me, literally, the company said, this is your foot into our company. Work hard, do a great job, and you, like, we promote out of this. This is the job that we promote in you up into other positions.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, this is exactly what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
this is
literally.
the perfect job. I'm not going back. I don't have to go back to school right now, and I may
get certifications
and stuff with this job, but it's like, now I'm at a position where I'm going to be making money for an industry that I want, in an industry that I want to be in, with the qualities that I already have. It's like just the perfect position for me, and really to learn, to grow, and I don't know, it was just like, it was kind of a surreal experience hearing like, oh, you got the job.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was crazy because this morning I woke up at like 6 o'clock. I was stirring in the bed. You can ask Kaylee. She was like probably annoyed when I left, and I was just like, man, I really.
We were just scared to get excited.
Right. I didn't want to. Like, I was really excited about this position.
Yeah.
I don't know. I almost feel like it's not even real. Like, they're gonna call me back and say.
Josh told me, he's like, if this doesn't work out, it's not gonna be the end of the world. And I was thinking, you're lying. It would be a big deal if you didn't get this position. So we're so excited. So what this means for us.
Yeah, so let me talk about the position real quick too. The position is technically temporary to hire. So the idea is that they use this agency to find me. I'm going to work for them for a short period of time, and then they get to basically choose to decide if they want to keep me or not. And so that is awesome in a sense, because a lot of other positions that I might have gone for would have been temporary and no view, like no future of direct hire, just maybe have been temporary work. So we're in a weird situation now where we are like, where are we going to live? So I believe what we're planning on now is that we're going to move back into this house with just the stuff that we need, and then we will wait until I get hired full-time with that position. So in the meantime, I will be saving money to then be able to move into some place. So I think by the time I get hired as a full-time permanent employee, I think that will be the perfect time that we will be able to get our own place.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
So we're not moving anything back to this little house. We will literally be living out of our suitcase in this little house for a month or two, and then we probably will look for a place a little bit closer to where his work is, because like he said, it will be with traffic about a 40 to 45 minute commute, which isn't really ideal. So if we can just move a little bit closer in that direction, that'll be really good for us. So I don't know, it's just, I mean, there's a lot of, I'm sure that you guys have a lot of questions, and I'm sure this comes as a little bit of a shock to you. It's, in a way, it's a little bit of a shock to us. This definitely was not in our plans to be back in San Diego. We love San Diego, but we were also really excited about things working up north. Oh, another question that you guys might have is, doesn't Kaylee work for an interior designer up north? Well, that's a long story, but it's actually a little bit crazy. The day that Josh found out that he had that interview in San Diego, the one that ended up being canceled, was the day that I went into work and was told that the designer that I worked for could no longer afford me as an employee. She's battling a few things with her business, and so she just in the end was not able to afford as many employees as she had, and so she had to let me go, and it was so sad. Like, she hated to let me go. It was really sad. We're still on really good terms. Like, I still consider her a good friend, and I'm still in contact with her, so it all ended well, but it was almost like we were looking at it like, is this a sign? Like, seriously, Josh gets a call in San Diego and I get laid off on the same day. Like, maybe things just aren't working up here, and maybe we were meant to be down south. So,
and then,
anyways, it's just been crazy for us.
And then we were like, okay, this is a sign. And this is when I got the interview for the other position. This is a sign. Let's go to Southern California. And then we're halfway and we get the call, and we're like, no, it wasn't a sign.
Yeah, we were so confused.
Screwed. It's basically what it was. We were like, what do we do? We are not making any money. And so for this to be the outcome, I mean,
we couldn't have hoped for anything better.
Right.
So thank you to everyone for your prayers and support.
Seriously.
And people keep telling us this is our year, so we're hoping that that's true.
So far it's been our year.
I know.
But you know what? Sometimes I focus on such short term and I'm not looking at long term, or I get so disappointed, I get so frustrated that there's possibility that I miss chances. And so this is really like a sign of like, you gotta really strive for it, and a lot of it's kind of like what you believe. If you believe like this is meant to be, or this is destined, or whatever. But I'm saying, like, it's crazy. Like, if I look back at that moment when they called me and said, actually, I'm sorry, the position's closed for that, that one, I was just like, what? Like, this, here we go again. Like, I'm never gonna get a job, because the time between my old job and getting a job is just growing, that gap, and that gap kills you. I'm telling you, it kills you. So it was really kind of like, I'm running out of time. There's coming a point where, like, I can't explain my gap. So I'm just like so excited. I really think I can do well at this company. The company is fantastic. It's great, and I'm so excited. Yep. Everybody that I met today was like top notch, and I'm just like, wow. Like, it's in the professional world now. It's crazy.
We have to take Josh shopping. Josh doesn't have any fancy clothes.
I look pretty good in my suit, though. I'm not even
you did look good in your suit. And that was a suit off the rack. We bought a suit last night at the mall.
No joke.
My gosh.
Okay, no joke. We were at the mall, and I was like, and I got the call saying, like, you're having an interview. And I was like, I don't have a suit. I ran to a store, I picked out a suit. It's the first one I tried on. It fit. I was like, I will take it. They discounted it like 80%.
I know, I don't know why.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Yeah, thank goodness for that.
Crazy.
Crazy.
So.
Well, I'm sure this vlog is a lot to digest. Maybe we'll do a little bit more explaining tomorrow. If you have questions, please feel free to leave them below. We really want to answer your questions. You guys are on this journey with us, so let us know how you guys feel and what you're thinking, and it's just a relief to feel like we're making progress. So thank you again. We will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. Bye.